What's up, YouTube? This is ShapeSnatch93. I'm updating my Frog Monarch deck profile. I didn't like the build I ran at Pandemonium. I don't know, it just felt like it was missing something. And I think after testing, it's gotten a little more consistent. I have had a couple problems. I've been opening up a whole bunch of tributes and no frog, just random times in the day. I mean, I'm able to play out of it, but I only run 11 tributes, and I think, 70%, 80% of the time I should open Treeborn, or a way to get Treeborn in the graveyard, but I just get those random games where I open up horribly, so, but anyway, let's check this out and see what you guys think. I'll probably be running this exact build for Cleveland, give or take 1 or 2 spots. So, triple swap, I shouldn't really have to explain this. He's the heart of the deck. I love bouncing, Rise-locking people and stuff. Then we got the 2 Treeborns. It's Treeborn. So, I would try to run a third, but I feel like I'd rather run like a Sangan or something to get to the Treeborn. Rodentone just for lad plays. Now we're going to get into the Monarch part. Triple Caius, triple Ryza, and then we have triple Lad. I know this seems like a lot, but the Lad, he's actually amazing in this format. Yes, your opponent can special summon and like do stuff like Giga Accelerator and stuff, but you know, you can always attack into their armor and negate Arsenal's effect, and you know, your opponent's going to slowly take minuses. And then, just in case you don't have anything to counter what they do, double Dark Dust. I like double because he's Dark Hole. So you have 3 Dark Holes in the deck, pretty much, and you can continuously reuse him. The problem with this deck is you'll eventually run out of steam. You only have, you know, 6 Monarchs for a consistent drop, and that just doesn't seem to generate enough advantage. So him constantly returning to the hand is really good. And I've actually had him Veilered a couple times, and you know, they don't return to the end or the hand because of Veiler. So you can swap Frog and add him back, which is what I've done a couple times. And we're gonna go into the hand traps. We have triple Fader. I don't understand the builds that run 3, or only run 1, because whenever I have Fader, I feel protected. Double Trag, I just like him to use him as another Monarch, pretty much, because he comes down at 3k, or 2400, so. And we have Gores, it's Gores, so. And then the last of the hand traps is double Maxi. I actually just saw a post from Gerald Winston, Pro Winston, whatever, that says he doesn't like this card, this format. And personally, I guess it must be the deck itself, because, you know, windups go off, they call monster effects with Shockmaster, the game's over. I mean, that happens all the time. But sometimes you can, if they don't have a Shockmaster play, you can Max C and force them to do a bad play that they wouldn't have done. And especially in this deck, you can capitalize on it. Because of the Monarchs, you can slowly gain advantage. And I feel like you can only generate so much advantage per turn with this deck. So Maxi really helps. You know, I was playing plants. I've played plants a lot lately, and the Maxi really hurts because you can chain to Spore, you can chain to 1-for-1, you can chain to like Debris Dragon, stuff like that. I like it in that matchup. It's okay in Dark Worlds. It's not that bad. Heroes, you can generate a 1-for-1. Or you can stop them from OTKing you that turn, because they can special summon, I think, like 4 cards or something if they have the Bubble Man combo or like a Warrior returning live. So I actually really like it. Not a lot of people do, but I guess it's because I run so many hand traps. I run triple Fader, double Gores, or double Trag Gores. That's why it helps you draw on your outs, especially in this deck. And then a lot of things I don't see in Frogs is double Tour Guide and Sangan. Why I like this is because it's a opening play that your opponent's not going to know what to do. I mean, they're going to know what to do, but they're always going to attack the Tour Guide. they're not going to know what you're playing, so you're free to tribute for Caius next turn, and getting that, it's almost a +2, because you're going to banish the monster, and then you're going to add a for Sangan, which you can add Max C or something, or Battle Fader, which is one of my favorite plays, or, you know, if it's that bad, you can add Swap Frog. So, being able to get to Sangan right up, like, turn 1 is really good, and gives you ways to go into Leviair to get a Treeborn back. Or what I've done is I've normal summoned Tour Guide, grabbed Sangan, special summon Swap Frog, and then bounced the Tour Guide back to my hand so the other one's not dead. Few decks I know that can actually successfully reuse Tour Guide like that, unless you're running Tour Bus, which is bad. I don't run Tour Bus, it's bad. I hate Tour Bus, unless you're running Wind-Ups. And then the best card in the deck, I've seen people run 2 of these and do well, but I just think 3 is unbelievable. You're taking your opponent's monster, and then you're going to minus them again when the Monarch hits the board. Or when Lad hits the board. It's an easy way to get Lad, pretty much. And then we got the enemy controllers. I only run 2. 3, I mean, it's a broken card, but 3 is just way too much. Like, I'm drawing it when I don't need it at all. So, and then we got dualities. Duality's good. It helps with consistency. Double space. 3 is too much. I like doing this because sometimes they have chains and stuff, and if they only set 1 back row and you want to drop Lad, I'll safely take the -1 or the 1-for-1 and then drop Lad, so Lad has 28 when he comes down. Dark Hole, Monster Born, Heavy Storm, and then Foolish Burial. Foolish is just another way to get Treeborn, and then you draw it dead sometimes, but I mean I'd rather have the the way to get Treeborn in the graveyard right off the bat without using my normal summon. And then we have the side deck. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go with the side deck. Dark Worlds are still giving me a problem. I have the DD Crows, but I probably should try Gemini Imps, because Gemini Imps will shut them down a little better. But we have Double Reaper, because my friend dropped Christia, because I've seen Agents a couple times. Oh, that's another reason why I dropped Max C, or play Max C. But he double tributed for Christia, and then I couldn't do anything. The game was over from there. I main deck 4 outs to Christia, and I didn't draw 1 in probably 5 turns. So, the Reaper's good. He can sit for a while, especially when your opponent's trying to like play Macros Cosmos and stuff. You can just kind of get in there with Reaper and just let him sit. Jinzo for heroes. Garden City, you know, I summoned Jinzo turn 1, then Heavy Stormed into 5 back row, and he had the road down. He was kind of pissed. Cyber Dragon for Girgias, because Girgia armor is only 1900, or I can always contact Fuse with their entire board, which really pisses them off. Double Christia. Christia over Vanity's Fiend, because you can reuse Christia. And for the decks that, you know, run enemy controller and stuff, you can't get over this 23 ass without special summoning. These should be Gemini Imps, but they're DD Crows because they're also good in the plant matchup and in the hero matchup, kind of. But the fact that Miracle Fusion bans after at resolution kind of hurts. Puppet Plant. This is another reason I love this deck, because you can side into brain controls pretty much. Electric Virus and Puppet Plant here for heroes, you know, dragons if there's still any. Electric Virus works for machines also. And then I have the one of these, just because people try to side deck into hate, I guess, to banish Treeborn and stuff. So, I'm not going to show the extra deck because I'm running out of time, and because you really only need Gotchi. Other than that, it's fairly standard. I mean, I extra deck a couple level 3s, and you can, side into some levels, or extra deck main level 6s, and I extra deck Chimera Tech. So, alright, that's it. If any of you guys are going to Cleveland next weekend, let me know. I'll try to get deck profile, give you a shout out or something. So, alright, peace out, YouTube.